Guys, this might be the worst car review you're ever gonna see. Why? Because even if you want this thing, you probably can't get it. I could not find it for sale online anywhere. Maybe your local hobby shop has it, but yeah, if you like it, good luck on finding it. What is up, guys? My name is Mark Senmario. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog, guys. Today we are going to review the Sen F450 SD. I actually won this truck in a raffle. I've always wanted one, and then I got another one, the F250, in a trade, but we're going to open the F450 today. I've been wanting to do this review forever. Again, this one's not a car that was given to me, so it gets pushed to the back of the line when it comes to car reviews. This is my truck, so not a paid product placement. Oh, crap, I'm just opening this thing. Let's take a look at these box panels really quick. On the front, it has the beautiful red. It's like a maroon F450 with bronze looking wheels. Now, I didn't get this color. I got the pretty silver one in the back. I actually think the maroon one looks better. However, a lot of people have the maroon one. That's why I went with the silver. It's got a nice skyline picture in the background. Very nice picture. Official licensed Ford product. It is ready to run 4-wheel drive, 2.4 gig. On the top, it tells you a little bit about the features. Looks like it has a 40 amp WP 1040 brushed electronic speed control powered by Hobbywing. That's good. Hobbywing makes great stuff. Front and rear sway bar included. Sway bar, this is a trail truck. Kind of not really a rock crawler. That's kind of weird. Efficient transmission system, realistic black textured bed liner coating. Very cool. Stamped steel shock caps. Steel shock caps? I guess we'll find out. 3-link suspension with panhard bar design. 90mm aluminum big bore oil filled adjustable coilover shocks, metal transmission gears. Gives you more specs over here. The servo is a 12 kilogram centimeter servo. I don't know how to convert that, but I'm assuming the servo is going to be fine. It is a 25-2 spline, so if you want to upgrade it, a lot of the servos these days are 25-2 spline. Tells you a little bit about the radio system, the motor. On the back, that's where it shows some of the upgrades. So the cool thing about this actual truck is there are a bunch of aftermarket upgrades on this thing. You can pretty much just rebuild this whole thing. You can probably build it from the ground up with actually getting the truck. But Sen looks like Chaos Advanced Tuning. I guess that's their brand. I'm not really well versed in Sen products. This is actually the first one I've ever owned. They have their own line of CNC'd aluminum parts. All of these which look good. However, there are a lot of other brands out there that make upgrade parts for these vehicles. On this side, it tells you more about the drivetrain, gear ratio, wheel specs, tires, things like that. It also shows the truck with the body off. So it looks like it is like a rail chassis, which is what I assumed it would be, but it looks super long. I'm assuming this is the actual length. Maybe not, but it's a big truck. I've seen it before. Battery and charger not included. On the top, it shows the two different colorways, the red candy apple and silver mercury. It shows both trucks from the front, and then it has the silver colorway. It says KG1 Forged on the side with a really cool rear profile. Big old dually tires on it. Man, this thing is gonna be sick. Tells you a little bit about the body and chassis suspension specs. Very cool. On the end, it shows the back of the truck, says Super Duty Platinum, which is what it looks like in real life. Very nice. KG1 Forged edition. And then on the other side, it shows the front of the truck, which I actually have a Super Duty. Mine's an F250, not a 450, but my truck looks exactly like this. That's also why I got silver, because it's closest to white. My truck's white. All right, now we get to pull this thing out of the box. Yeah, I've always thought these were really cool, especially since I have the truck. And then also, I like trailers. And I think this would be a perfect truck to pull a trailer. I've seen some really cool modded F450s. Super cool ones. I likely won't mod this one. However, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see where the wind takes us. Packed in here really good. Whoa. The truck is a lot lighter than I thought it would be. Oh man, that thing looks sick. Oh. It looks so good. Oh man, look at how good that looks. That looks so good. So I didn't pull the body off yet because I want to pull the body off with you guys because I don't even know what to expect. I've never even seen one of these with the body off. In regards to what it comes with this remote. Now this remote looks really, really familiar, and I know where I've seen it before. It looks just like an MST remote. I'm assuming the people who make MST probably make this truck too, but this is a very familiar remote. It comes with a little toolkit here, and then some, I guess these are directions to set the transmitter, maybe the endpoints. It comes with some stickers, your manuals, some marketing material here, and then your exploded views. Very, very nice. All right, guys, let's take this body off. I'm gonna keep those little plastic tabs on there because I want it to be clean. Oh, like this chassis is so freaking long. Look at this thing. Very, very nice. Look at that suspension. It is super freaking long. And what's kind of strange is the rear tires are here and the car, or the truck, kind of cuts off right there. It doesn't extend back. So there's no like rear bumper. I guess this is kind of a rear bumper, but there's not much back there. Here is the battery tray. Now that battery tray looks like it will fit some smaller 3S batteries. I'm actually gonna run this on 3S because, oh look, my ESC is just kind of hanging out there. I guess I gotta, the two-sided tape is down there, just came undone. I'll stick it on back there, like so. This truck is probably pretty old. I've had it for a while, and yeah, those kind of things happen. Wires look integrated really, really nice. There is your 550 brush motor. Let's take a look under the chassis. The truck is abnormally, I guess not abnormally, it's light. I kind of expected it to be heavier than this. The truck is light, which is good and bad. Good because you don't want your cars heavy, but bad for a pulling car, you might want it heavy. I guess you could always put weight in the back. I've never seen suspension like that before. That's actually the sway bar. It's like a cantilever sway bar design. Never seen it. It looks like it works really well. You can see how it's bringing up both sides as I push one side down. Very, very cool. And there's a panhard bar in the back, which I've never seen that either. So this is a completely new design. I've never seen this. It looks like it's going to work really well. The rear axle actually kind of looks like an actual scale rear axle with that big old pumpkin in the back. Taking a look at the front, it looks like there's two panhard bars, but that's actually a steering link and then your panhard bar. And then your sway bar. Very interesting, very cool. Check this out, guys. These are the instructions to turn it into a high speed setting. Need more speed? High speed setting. Here's how to do it. So apparently there's this gear in there and you basically just line it up differently and it turns it into the high speed ratio. You know what? We'll try it. We'll do it stock first on 3S, then we'll change it to the high speed gear ratio and see what it's like. Just for science. All right, she's on. We got the battery all loaded in. Yes, guys, I'm using a Traxxas 3S battery because they make these shorty packs and it actually fits in there perfect. So, you know, it is what it is. It's a battery. It'll work. Let's rip this thing, see how fast it is, see how much fun it is. I mean, we know it looks amazing, but let's drive it. I am strapping the GNSS analyzer on because I do want to compare how much faster it is with the high-speed gear. And I did find out that the reason why, I didn't even catch this the first time, but the reason why the speed gear works, or that same gear works, if you just move the position, is you actually flip the gear. You can see the smaller piece on the left side here, whereas on that one, the bigger piece is on the left side, so it does change the gear ratio. And the reason why you're moving positions is to set the mesh correctly. Nonetheless, we are going to try it, but let's drive it first. As much as I appreciate simplicity without all the added plastic on the bottom of the chassis, it is kind of weird that the body's just kind of, see how it's kind of loose? Then whenever I try to grab it from the back, I'm expecting to grab like a bumper, but the actual bumper, there's no bumper. Look how far back the hitch is. So you're gonna have to get a special hitch that actually comes out this far, but there's no bumper to grab it to like pick the car up. You literally have to pick it up from the center of the chassis, right in the middle, in order to pick it up. It's kind of weird. Again, I appreciate the simplicity, but it's strange for sure. All right, there it is next to my F250. Mine's a 250, again, not a dually, but there's the real F250. There is the F450 Sen. I'm not gonna lie, I already punched it. This thing, it's it's weird. Look at that, it drifts. That's how much power it has. You can do donuts with this thing, and it's four-wheel drive. I think it's because the tires are so hard. I did not expect that. I thought it was gonna have a crap ton of traction, especially since it has 4 tires in the back. So freaking weird. I think the tires need to be a little bit softer, but it's actually hard to drive straight. I'm driving this one-handed. Should be all right. It's not crazy fast. I do hear some rubbing. It's got to be on the front. It's so weird that the dually drifts. So I thought this was going to be like a trail truck or like a crawler. This is not. It's like a fast RC car. It's like a basher. Oh my goodness. I bet you the top speed gear is insanely fast. Holy smokes. Guys, this thing is a donut machine. Oh, at that. And it's 4-wheel drive. So it's spinning all of them. All 6. It's 6-wheel drive. So strange. Oh my God. That's where it looks like it's rubbing. So it doesn't have incredible low speed control. It's definitely, again, it's a freaking basher. We're about to send it. I'm gonna get the ramp. Oh my God. So it obviously wasn't designed to do that, but I couldn't help it. It's fast enough where you could take it off a jump, and it was fun jumping it. Now it jumped actually pretty well. It didn't land really well. The suspension is not designed for jumping, but it was a lot of fun. The motor's a little warm, and I lost the rear drive. Like the rear drive shaft is no longer working. So I think it's just this set screw on the bottom that I need to tighten. So I'm hoping that's what it is. Hopefully we'll be back in business here in a little bit. And then also I am going to take the transmission out and put the high-speed gear. Should be fun. Oh, please be this. Oh yeah, we're back in business. The set screw for the outdrive. So there's a middle outdrive. There's like a double, essentially like a double drive shaft. There's an intermediary outdrive that connects the rear transfer case, and it just needed to be tightened. So I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite on this thing too. Maybe Loctite all these outdrives. Also, top speed, 16 miles per hour on stock gear with 3S. That I can actually say that's my first time I've done 6-wheel drive drifts. First off the bads, I got bit by a mosquito like 18,000 times. I'm pretty sure it's the same mosquito, and it should be cool enough where there are no more mosquitoes, but I got bit still. No, I'm just joking. We're not gonna go with the bad. The good. This thing looks absolutely amazing. A lot of people can relate to a Ford diesel. Man, I love the way it looks. It's actually abnormally fast. It's definitely not a crawler. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it, I thought it was a dually crawler slash trail rig. It's almost like a basher, that's how fast it is. I absolutely love the simplicity. I ended up but flipping the gear to turn it into a high-speed transmission. And taking the transmission was 4 screws. The transmission came apart really easy. It was very intuitive, very simple, nothing super complex. I even took the slipper clutch off. Slipper clutch wasn't hard to take off, and it was very straightforward. Love the simplicity of it. In regards to speed, it did 16 out of the box. That's the stock gear. When you flip that gear in the transmission, it did 26. 26 is actually pretty quick for how big this truck is, but 26 definitely feels fast. Another thing I really liked is they used good electronics. They have the Hobby Wing speed control. The brush motor is definitely fast. It got really hot, but it was fast. It has a Savox servo. Savox makes great servos. Now, with that said, there is kind of like a steering issue with this thing. There was a lot of body rub on the front wheels whenever you turn. And also, I had to trim it out, but when I trimmed it out, I guess it messed with the endpoints. I had more left throw or right throw. One of those. I could turn more one direction than I could the other direction. And the direction that I couldn't turn in, it was like really, really wide turns. You probably can adjust the endpoints. Actually, you can adjust the endpoints here. It says trim and EPA. I didn't do it, but the steering definitely left a lot to be desired. One thing I wish I would have done with this one, which they did with the F250, is put some lights on it. I think the F250 has rock lights. It would have been really nice if it had headlights or something like that. Also, I've gotten kind of spoiled with the clipless body. This one uses body clips, and they're really small body clips. They kind of hurt your fingers. I'm totally spoiled with clipless bodies. So if I got to use body clips, that's not a good thing. With all that said, it kind of sits in a weird space. Like, it's not a crawler, not a trail rig, not a basher because it doesn't jump really well. It's really just a truck that looks cool and drives kind of fast, but not super fast. Again, a weird area. It sits in a really, really weird space. Maybe it's a truck that pulls, but even if it had the torque, which I guess it does have the torque, it doesn't have the traction, which is interesting because it has 4 wheels in the back. I don't know. I'm glad I have it. I think it's a cool looking truck. It makes me smile. If you guys know if this thing is discontinued, I noticed that no one's selling it anymore. Let me know, but definitely sits in a strange area of RC.